are three main stages to print on demand: build, test, and scale. Now, most commonly, people give up or walk away or whatever at the test stage. The build stage is kind of easy. You're taking a series of boxes. It feels fun. It's new. It's like a school project. And what you're doing there is you're picking a niche, you're building a brand, you're making your designs, you're building your store. All of these things are, I don't want to say easy, but all of these things, they're not necessarily difficult on the mind. After build, you then have test. Now, I want to share with you the quickest and best way to get out of the test stage, because in the test stage, it's that annoying, ugly middle. And in this stage, you are thrown into the deep end. You are spending money on ads. You are testing designs. You are testing ads. You are testing your catalogs. You are spending money to see what is going to work. And for most people, you spend more than you make. And what ends up happening is you back out. You're like, no, I don't want to spend any more. I've put myself into a deep hole. I don't see a way of getting out of it. I'm going to stop now. And the truth is, the best thing to do in the test stage is just to keep persevering, but to spend carefully, spend safely. Don't spend stupidly. And then after the test stage, you've got the scale stage. And the scale is where you take what you've learned in the test. You have winners, you have ads that are doing well, designs that are doing well, and you put more budget behind them, more ads behind them, more designs like them, and you scale your business. From a mindset perspective, scale is also not that difficult because you've already proven to yourself that it can work. You've gotten this far. You've made $10,000+ every single month, or just $10,000+, and you've come to the realization that you can do this. The test stage, that's where people give up because of the mindset that you need to keep going. So what is the best way to get out of that test stage and into the scale stage as fast as possible? So the main and most important ad in the test stage is going to be your catalog ad. Now, your catalog ad is an ad that it's just one ad that you set up and it cycles through all of your designs across your store, and Facebook will push the budget towards the designs that it thinks will perform the best. Now, oftentimes people will do various things. They'll put more money into their catalog because they're not getting the results that they want. Maybe their cost per click is too high. Maybe their designs aren't getting the necessary traction that they hoped for. So they throw more money at it, or they make more different types of catalog ads, like a bestseller catalog ad or a new arrivals catalog ad. And those are just collections of designs that fit that criteria. So a bestseller criteria or a new catalogs criteria, when in actuality, there is one major thing that you can do to get yourself out of test stage and also get yourself a profitable catalog ad as quickly as possible. And that is to learn from the data that you've been given by Meta and act accordingly. And by acting accordingly, that is making new, better, more intentional designs. So let's just say you run your catalog ad for 2 straight weeks and your cost per click is a little bit expensive. On average, it's like $1.20. You haven't got very many sales. You've got a few sales, but nothing crazy. You haven't got loads of clicks because obviously your cost per click is high and your daily budget is not so high. Maybe it's $12.50 a day, right? So you've got a little bit of data, but not much. Well, what are you going to do with that? Don't be the person that throws more money at it. Don't be the person that blames everything except their own designs. Don't be the person that spends hours on their website trying to get it to convert better. Don't be the person that says, you know, this doesn't work, it's saturated, Facebook ads don't work, there's no money in this, blah, blah, blah. Don't be that person. All I want you to do is look at the data of your catalog ad, have a look at which designs are getting the most clicks at the cheapest amount, look at which designs are getting sales, if any of them are getting sales, and then iterate off of that, right? So let's say out of 100 designs, 5 designs are getting the majority of the clicks and maybe 2 designs are getting sales. I want your next batch of 20 designs to be based on those 5 designs. And if you're wondering when you need to make that next batch of designs, right now, straight away. Every single week, you want to make designs as frequently as possible during the test stage, because the only thing that's going to have a real impact on that catalog ad is if you replenish it with new designs. That's the way the catalog ad works. Imagine it's like a continuously moving train, and you don't want to stop the train or anything like that. You just want to add more carriages to the train, and every new design you make, you're adding to that train. And if it so happens that the designs that you add to that moving train are better than the ones on there, they'll move up the carriages to the front. They'll be the ones that get the most clicks. They'll be the ones that get the cheap clicks. They'll be the ones that get the sales. But the only way to know this is if you actually create new designs. But don't just create new designs randomly. Learn from your data and create new designs that resonate, that people want to buy, that have a specific audience in mind, a design that's really researched and based off of your data, but also at this early stage based off of data from Etsy and Amazon and Google and other competition websites. Let's say you have a design that's getting a $1 cost per click and it's taking up all the budget. The way to kick that off is to replace it with something better. There is obviously now a couple of anomalies here. For example, you could have an ad that is getting really low cost per clicks, let's say, at stealing most of the budget, but it's not getting any sales. That can happen sometimes when you have a design that is so hard to see straight away on Facebook that people click it just to see what it says. They're a little bit intrigued. They're not necessarily interested in buying. I see this a lot with those designs that have those 6 images. I'll put it up on the screen, but I can't remember what they're called. But it's just a specific design where it's got 6 little graphics and 6 little phrases, and it's notoriously hard to read what it says. But those designs always get low cost per clicks, and people get confused because then they start iterating off of them. They start making static ads around them. They start moving it up in their store. But actually, the only reason why that design has gotten low cost per clicks is because someone is slightly intrigued. They want to see what it says. They can't really see what it says, so they click it to see what it says. And that gives Facebook all the wrong indications that that design is doing well. So that's really the only anomaly that I would consider. For the most part, you'll have high cost per clicks, which is very normal at the beginning. And if they're low, brilliant, well done. If they are slightly high or too high, create new designs. Creating new designs is the fastest and best way to get out of the test stage and into the scale stage. And of course, as your catalog ad starts performing better and even profitably, let's say it has a ROAS of 2.5, 2.6, maybe 3, let's say your cost per click is down to 50 cents, increase that budget every 2 days, every 3 days, increase the budget until you are spending, just keep increasing it until you find that actually, no, I need to change things up. It's not performing as it used to. It starts to fall off a little bit, And again, even if the catalog ad is performing really, really well, that doesn't mean you stop making designs. You have to continue to make designs. The only thing you have to make sure you do is when you do find winning designs within your catalog, you push them into their own statics. You create lots of creatives around them. You have ads for them as well, so that you're not ignoring those designs. I've made a video exactly on that. People who just forever create designs and ignore all the designs that they have created. So I've discussed that previously, but that is easily the fastest way that you're going to get out of the test stage and into the scale stage.